first place. I disagree with them. At stake in this election are two fundamentally different visions about how we move this country forward. They believe in top-down economics. I believe in middle-out economics. I believe in bottom-up economics. Because all of you are going to ultimately be the ones who break this stalemate. Tomorrow, the Senate is going to vote on a bill that says that if you earn less than $250,000 a year, your taxes will not go up next year by a single dime. Now, members of both parties say that they agree this should happen, so that our families and our businesses have a little more security and certainty going forward, which would be good for the economy. But, of course, we are dealing in Washington, the only place where people agree on something and still can't get it done. So, Republicans in Congress, they've decided, apparently, that they're not going to let this bill pass. Despite the fact that 98% of Americans make $250,000 a year or less. So we could provide 98% of Americans certainty that their taxes would not go up, despite the fact that this would be good for the economy and investment climate. They've decided to hold middle-class tax cuts hostage until we also agree to spend another $1 trillion on tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires, folks who don't need tax breaks, and frankly, many of them. Now, Governor Romney doesn't just approve of this strategy. He wants to import this into the White House. His economic plan is, and this is the entire gist of his economic plan, is to cut more taxes for the most wealthy Americans, to cut more regulations for banks and corporations, including regulations we just put in place in response to the worst financial crisis we've had in our lifetimes. To cut more investments in things like education, research, all with the hopes that somehow this is going to create more jobs and prosperity. That's what Mitt Romney believes. That's what his allies in Congress believe. Now, there's one problem with that. It is an economic theory. The hitch is that we tried this. As Bill Clinton put it a couple of weeks ago, this is exactly what was done before I took office, except on steroids. And it didn't work. So it's not what you believe will grow the economy. It's not what I believe will grow the economy. It's not what most Americans, regardless of party, believe will grow the economy. This country was not built that way, from the top down. It was built from the middle.